Alright, welcome back. We just rolled initiative and we are about to start a combat and we have plenty of things to get through, hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the chat and we're going to get to it. Sai, what would you like to do?
So who's he, like, charging at?
Wait.
I was going to say me. Hi. Of course.
So what I'm going to try to do...
The one doing, like, motioning like this.
I'm sorry if this is, like, complicated, but, like, as he's going towards Wick, I'm going to try to, like, meet him before he hits Wick.
No,
like,
it's your turn. His turn is later.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to, like throw him off balance. Just kind of, like, try to shoulder check him. If that's an option.
So you're going to move into his way and then hold your action and try to grapple him?
No, I'm not trying to move into his way and be like, stop. I'm trying to just, like shoulder, like...
Oh, like a shove?
Yeah.
Shove him out of the way.
His movement is during the other guy's action.
Is that an option? If not, I can figure something else out. But.
I don't know how to handle that.
I would say you could get in place and then hold a shove.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, acrobatics
you can
or something
move
like
to
You
the
don't get
place.
any bonus actions that way, but...
Right.
Sure, yeah, if you want to move into position and then hold your action is going to be to just push him off balance, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to, like, knock him over if possible. Like,
Sure.
do everything in my ability to knock him over.
Sure.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. It's actually his turn now.
Okay.
So he's going to advance up and then start swinging at Wick. So at this point, we're going to do opposing strength checks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you picked the wrong thing to do.
I'm trying to help you out. Trying to reduce those question
I
marks.
was wondering why you picked that.
That's an 11.
Close. 5.
Okay, so you just hit like a brick wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you move him a little bit, but it's not enough. And he swings in at Wick.
At disadvantage because I slightly moved him a little bit almost?
No.
No, if anything, now he's actually going to cut my head off when he was just aiming for the shoulder.
That's all I can do.
I swear to God, if you say nat 20.
It's not nat 20, but it's a 27.
Hits! Amazingly!
I know, right?
Who would have thought a 27 would hit me? With my -2 to dex. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's, it's pathetically low. 12.
Oh.
Pathetically low.
I'll take pathetically low.
He's gonna
That's a
rush
third
in
of my
as you
HP.
hit.
I'll
He's
still
gonna
take
take
pathetically
his
low.
and get sword just swipe right across your chest quicker than you can react.
Is this still all happening in just, like, dead, eerie silence?
Yes.
It's super
There's
freaking
nothing
creepy.
that happens. Jane is up. Miss Enna.
Yeah, this is happening on my side of the carriage, so I can see
No. Oh, wait, you
Yeah.
went with
With
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I can see, so I'm gonna get off my 2 first turn shots
Okay.
at him. So that's a 14
That'll
on the
miss.
first one. And then the second one, that's 26.
That'll hit.
So that one's for 2d8 plus 3. That's 13.
Okay, cool.
Because Molly's out already.
You stick him kind of in the shoulder, and he doesn't seem to be phased at all.
Yeah, I figured.
Wick is up.
I'm gonna stab him! Stab him with my rapier.
Okay,
No, I'm not. That's an 8.
that'll miss.
That's my turn.
Okay, Valchia.
Are any of the guards doing anything while we're doing this?
They're
They circle
pulling back and making a circle around the caravan, and the caravan is going to start moving away.
Fuck. Alright, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the guy who attacked Wick.
Sure.
Does that break the sound thing?
No.
Is silence concentration,
Isn't
or is
that
it
a-
just there?
It's concentration. Also, that's an nat 20.
You.
Go for it. Roll that double damage.
46 times
46.
So 8d6.
Jeez.
Damn.
Or 46
You want-
double.
you want
I'm just gonna do that. Huh?
Do you have 8?
Oh, I've got 12. So we're good.
Yes, whatever.
Oh.
That is 10, that's 16, 32, yeah, 32.
Wow.
Plus
Damage.
advantage whoever attacks him next.
Yep.
Because he's lit up.
Advantage
So-
on whoever attacks him, or just
Whoever the
advantage when he
first
attacks
one.
Whoever attacks him next
Has
gets
advantage on
the
that
attack.
You launch
That's
a radiant bolt that just swings out and just smashes into him, and you see him could like knock back like that much, and he just looks up and looks at you and smiles.
That is gonna end my turn because I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
Size up.
How far away is he from me?
He's right next to you.
And Wick is also right next to me.
Well, you two are here, and then he's right in between the two of you.
Okay.
But yes, you.
Yes, I
have-
would get sneak attack is what I'm getting.
Yes.
Alright, so I am going to stabs him
Okay.
with
with
advantage.
advantage. Do I get advantage on both, or just the first attack?
Just the
First
first.
attack.
Okay.
Good thing you had it.
That is a...
Yeah, is he in?
12.
Is he in armor or is he in his PJs?
From what you see, he's just in a robe, like a black robe.
So if the
Which
first
I don't know if you guys.
So he's totally
noticed,
wearing a
I like
Snuggie.
to have people in black robes.
He's totally just wearing a Snuggie. His AC is pretty low.
Snuggie.
his back is open and it's
I
just
mean,
a bare bum.
14 didn't hit, so...
It's a really well-made Snuggie.
Super well-made Snuggie.
Could be a cloak of protection.
You don't know what's underneath or what it
Kevlar
actually
Snuggie.
is.
You don't know what's in the underneath.
So, question. Your thing, is it just the next attack? It's just
Yeah.
the next
Wow.
attack, so it doesn't
Right.
matter if I didn't hit, right? Okay, I'm going to attack again.
There you go.
Of course. 23.
That'll hit.
So I get
Good job, I'll check.
D8 plus
This
2D6.
is my bell check die.
Can I borrow
D8.
Yeah, D8 for short sword. Or, sorry, D6.
It's a
yeah,
D6, yeah.
So 3D6.
I burned through two bad ones now.
So that's 14, 15. No, second attack, so I don't get my dex. So 14.
Nice. He makes a motion to you and just kind of smiles back at you as well.
I'm gonna do one of these, like a, because my first attack sucked so bad, it's gonna be like a sleight of hand.
It's his turn next, and you see that he's not just that lines start to appear and they shine red, and they're patterns of tattoos all across his face, and then down his neck, and then it just disappears, and everything burns bright red, and his hand charges up, and he just launches it right, blowing up next to you two. And so I'm gonna need
Oh shit!
deck saves out of you
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry.
Oh, did you fucking you? Oh, son of a.
Freaking
Oh.
YouTube. Thanks.
14.
That's a 6.
Okay, you both will fail. So you'll take
A 14
4 damage.
fails?
Yeah.
That's pretty good DC.
6, 10, 14, 19, 22 points of damage.
Wick falls unconscious. You hit me for a third of my HP, leaving me with 22. Wick falls unconscious.
So he
And
just
you
launches,
are at what now?
I'm at 2.
and a burst of flame just goes out in front of him as he just smashes in just very bright in the middle of the darkness. Just
Is it a cone?
no. He just launches it and it just explodes and it's just out. And
You have a thing, don't? No, that's a higher level, isn't
higher
it?
level. Damn. Or wait, no, you got a 3?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Fifth
Okay.
level.
Okay.
Start getting
I
advantage.
just looked at it and I'm pretty sure it might be 7 actually.
Still,
But
you don't
I will
have it
check, 'cause it's
yet.
it's worth looking at.
Somebody needs to.
Enna is up.
Okay, so I see flame erupt. You go down. You staggered, probably.
And by the way, the caravan is moving out at
I don't
this
give a
point.
shit about the caravan. I care about staying
Right.
alive.
I'm just pointing that out. For
No, we have a Molly situation on our hands.
I run up and I can't cast Cure Wounds because it's somatic. and it's a touch spell.
Yep, we're fucked right now.
I guess I'll just shoot him because I can't.
Okay, go for it.
I can't cast anything really right now. I can't even do Hunter's Mark. Natural 20.
That'll do some damage.
Where's there it is. 5 damage. That's 2 1s on that critical hit. The most worthless critical hit ever.
Don't blame me.
The only time I've ever seen that happen, it was in a Roll20 game when someone rolled a nat 20 on his firebolt and he rolled 2 1s. So now I'm glad I get to join.
You get to join the club.
Uh-huh.
Welcome.
All right.
Pib's out there somewhere thinking, I knew it would happen eventually.
Come on, 10 or higher. 14! That's a success on my saving throw.
All right, Valchar.
I'm gonna walk out of the bushes, terrified, and just start walking towards Wick.
Okay. In silence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there an alternative?
I'm going to, once I get to Wick,
He's the only one who can have the
He
alternative.
could drop it.
Right.
Yeah.
once I get to Wick, I'm gonna drop Silence and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Go for it.
As soon as silence drops, you hear and it go, lots of swear words.
Didn't help you much, but you're alive. You got 3.
I have 3.
Our D8s are cursed right now. That's 3 1s straight on D8s. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sai.
I don't know how this would work, but I'm going to do it no matter what. So just tell me what needs to happen. But I'm going to kind of like jump in front of him and just be like, if I go with you, will you leave them alone?
So it's roll a persuasion.
13.
Okay. Noted. Anything else?
I'll kind of like stand over Wick and what's it called, guard or dodge or dodge.
Yeah, you can.
But dodge will be my action.
Well, I think you can go and take the blows for somebody. You can be like stand guard of them, but you don't get a dodge in also.
Yeah,
Unless
you're not
take-
dodging. You're standing.
When you take a dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the
Right.
start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage.
Right. So you can either pick dodge
Or protect.
or
Wick.
protect Wick.
No,
'Cause, like-
sorry, I'm not actually like, I'm not using the D&D roll protect. I'm just kind of standing over Wick and using dodge.
Okay, so if they're attacking Wick, you're gonna juke out of the way as they stab Wick. That's essentially what you're telling me, right?
So you're in the way, and then you're gonna dodge, and then that's gonna go.
Right.
Sorry, Mike.
Okay, I guess I'll protect then
Okay.
and not dodge.
Okay, cool. With this faded, you hear actually just within your minds as quit playing with your food. And the figure looks over and you see the red go throughout all of his tattoos again, and he just does this, and all of you are pulled together within, like, and you're just hanging in the air as you can't move. None of you can move, and you're pulled up off the ground, and you can't breathe because it takes your lungs. Your heart is still beating, but your lungs are not filling with air, and you're slowly suffocating as the caravan is going away. And you see a big smile on the tiefling's face, and he just starts to chuckle. Then you hear...
End of session. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
Join us next week when we create all new characters.
You see behind, all of a sudden, just 2 green glaives appear and just smash both into the back of the figure. And Azanar appears and takes 2 huge smashes into the thing, jumps up, leaps over in front of you guys, and lands and just holds them back, and then starts to go and cast a green bolt of energy and launches it at the target. the green bolt smashes and just green flame just erupts and smoke just spews out everywhere. And you all can catch your breath at this point. Just breathing heavily and just landing on the ground. You fall like 2 or 3 feet to the ground and start breathing heavily. When the smoke clears, you see the tiefling just smiling there, looking almost completely not phased. Waves and the red lines appear all over, and you all are picked up again, and Azanar as well. Just pulled back into position, 3 feet off the ground, just hanging there, not able to breathe again. Azanar looking completely stunned, not knowing the type of power that you were dealing against. And within, as the carriage starts to go away, and about 20-30 seconds have passed of being able to breathe, things start to kind of fade in a little bit and a little bit.
Tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. A big burst of blue energy comes out in front of all of you. Just, and you see a gnome appear in front of you with a staff, and just smash it on the ground, and just this energy erupts around all of you, collapses, and the next moment you can breathe again, and you look around, you just all fall to the ground, and looking around, you guys are not, you don't recognize anywhere where you are. This is completely new space. Azanar falls to the ground on one knee, panting and breathing heavily, and the figure in front of you, and if you want to look around, you all look around. I mean, that's naturally, you don't notice anything, you don't see anything.
Do I know the gnome?
No.
I'm sitting on the ground losing it.
He's facing away from you, just like thinking and looking off into the distance.
I'm gonna get up and start helping people up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Wick just stays on, like, sitting.
Mm-hmm.
3 HP. I ain't moving.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on you. 5 HP.
I mean, Wick already got a Cure Wounds. I'm sitting here with 2 HP, but that's fine. I see where your allegiance lies.
Valcho's got the 1,000-yard stare and just like looking at the ground again, visibly shaking.
Okay, that was not what we planned. Also, what the hell, dude?
Me?
Yes,
What are you looking at me for?
they knew you.
Yeah, they were the people, when I attacked you, I couldn't tell you this, obviously. They were the people that were controlling me.
Oh.
That's how they knew me. So maybe we should be pointing the finger at the person who drew that thing out of the caravan.
What do you know about them?
I mean,
Because
pretty
that's
I
the
know-
important thing we need to know.
I
I don't
know-
care about squabbling.
I know a name.
I was
What
going
was
to
it
say pretty
again?
much
Naya?
what he told us before.
Yeah. I know the name Naya. That Naya can communicate without talking. Like telekinesis or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about
Is
it.
Naya the tiefling that we fought?
No. Naya
Who is Naya?
Naya, it sounded like a female voice.
Yeah, you
Okay.
said that before.
Yeah.
They
They thought that I was coming back to join them again or something like that.
didn't you say they worked for Asmodeus?
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know before we got into that fight.
I didn't know before we
No,
got
I
into the
know.
fight.
I'm just saying that's a.
Azanar, were you following us all along?
And are you okay?
This is my job. You know as much as me. I was assigned to this mission, and I didn't feel safe with your party. But I would follow the mission
Did you know who was in that caravan?
No more than you. I still don't know who that is. Whoever it is incredibly powerful.
Speaking of which, hi, thank you for saving us.
Yep. I think we owe you a pretty big thank you. And to our, is the gnome is here too as well?
No, that's who I was talking to.
Oh.
I was talking to the gnome who saved us.
Oh, God.
Legitimately saved us.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Maybe we should give our names first. It's polite.
Sai.
I'm Enna of
He'll turn around and look at you as you, because his back was to you when you guys were landing.
I don't recognize him, do I?
No.
I'm Enna of the Emerald Wolf and the Enclave. And I thank you for saving us. I don't know why. Why did you save us?
Okay, one thing at a time.
Well, we had, as you know now, there's a great darkness that is falling over this country.
Asmodia?
Well, to the more in the know, yes, but the Thalamar Empire in general.
Do they work for... Oh.
Told you they were evil.
I don't
I figured that.
I don't think the Thalamar Empire is announcing themselves or saying that they're following that. I think that's the Silver Queen. There are two evils at work here. You've all found yourselves in the middle of this, and I've been watching you all for quite some time. And you can provide some use and help. My name is Posit, and I am part of the Trinity. And you all will provide great use, so I decided to step in and help. All of those targets you were chasing were considerably more powerful than myself. So I did the best that I could to get us as far away as possible.
Targets? How many were there?
At least 3.
Well,
including the tiefling.
there were 4 of considerable strength.
Ooh, I missed one.
Is one of them missing a hand now?
No.
She turned to ash.
Well, right, but...
I still
What
have
do you
a fire
know?
of that ash.
Well, I hope you don't kill me for this, but I was being mind controlled by Naya. Naya, right?
Naya? Who is Naya?
I don't know. She was speaking to me in my mind when we were around the caravan. And then that thing appeared.
Is that the Silver Queen?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Naya previously mind controlled him, but he remembers. He
I
says
remember
he
almost
remembers
nothing.
nothing of the experience except for the name Naya.
Needless to say, after being saved from almost certain death, I would tell you everything I know, but I know that Naya has a female voice, and that Naya follows Asmodia, and we fought a woman and a pit fiend in a cave, and...
Well, the pit fiend was something
again,
different.
And
we
there
fought
was a golem.
Yeah.
I'm not sure any of you know this, but I think they were controlling me with this orb.
You still have that?
I mean, where else were we going to leave it? For somebody
This
else
might
to
have been
find?
might have been the pit fiend came out.
Please. Pulls out his staff. You see some energy kind of like scanning over it. He throws it back to you.
I catch it and look at it. Is anything different?
It's just a common gem.
Okay. Well, that's all I know about them, and obviously what we just encountered, that tiefling. Sorry
There's
to
no
sorry to
tiefling.
interrupt, but are you all right?
responding.
Felchar?
Is this one okay? Valchar?
What's going on?
We're okay now. Are you okay, Belchar? Did he do something to you?
No.
Where'd you just go?
We were way up against something that was way out of our league. And we tried, but it took Wick out in 2 hits, and we were gonna still try to fight, even though we agreed that if it got too hairy, we were gonna run.
Well, you didn't have time to run.
That's
why
true.
I stepped
tried.
in.
That thing was way too fast. Yeah, I mean, it cleared 15 feet in a blink.
Did we get any information? Did we actually get something, or was that for nothing?
Well, we know who we were after now.
Do we?
Well, we know
Kind
that
of.
it's the same people that were in charge of the pit fiend and controlling me, and
The goblins that
The
attacked
same
Wellspring.
people who
reason that
turned Psy are these people.
the reason that guard didn't attack me was because they thought that I was back to join them or something. I don't even know what that means.
Why didn't they attack me then?
I think that Tiefling wanted to play with us. I honestly don't know. I don't know everything that's going on. No memory has come back to me since I was taken. I just don't know. If anything comes back, I'll tell you. But I have a feeling that Posit might know more than we do.
Yeah, I think you have more information than we do at this point. We were sent after this group with no information. Literally
right, yes,
none.
from the Emerald Enclave, I know.
Are we inside somewhere, or are we outside?
You're in the outside. But it's a drastically different
We're out
Okay.
the inside.
atmosphere.
I just want to make sure, because if we were inside, I was going to walk out. But if we're outside, then that's nothing.
I'm in the forest. Prairie.
Yeah. Forest. Different enough, but not like completely different. You're not like in a different continent or country.
Temperature the same?
Yeah. Roll intelligence, if that's what you're looking for.
We in the mountains?
You might find out.
Oh.
Okay.
I shoot
So-
Posit. No.
So, just straight intelligence, it's an 8. If it was
Looks
don't-
the same but different.
if it was mountain related,
You don't know what trees are.
Yeah.
Looks the same but different.
Very helpful.
Posit, we owe you our lives. I mean, is there anything more you can tell us? You said that there are 2 powers at play.
Well, I don't know as much as I'd like, which is why I've been watching them and I've been watching you. The Emerald Enclave is
In way over their heads.
If they
well
exist
spoken, little one.
I'm
And
the same
he's like the
height
same
as
height
you.
as you, and he says that.
So he's one of those gnomes that calls everybody kid, even if they're like 5 years old.
You guys can see that he's
Even if they're
old.
5 and I'm 30. They're
Like-
like, "What's up, kid?"
An old gnome, and knowing the world, an old gnome is really effing old. And he's yes. Well, I've been watching you. I've been watching them. We don't have as much information, but we know war is coming, and we need allies.
What does the Trinity stand for in all this?
When you obtain allies of significant power, seek us out in the southwest. then we will form an alliance. And he pulls up his staff, smashes in the ground, and he's gone.
I wonder if he knew my brothers.
Are you saying that all
Well-
gnomes know each other?
No, two of my older brothers are wizards.
Well, we won't know for a while. Does anyone know the Trinity? Has anybody heard that name before?
Have I heard or read anything about that
have any of
before?
us heard that?
Roll a history check.
Ooh, history. I'm good at that.
Yes.
Ooh, 13 plus 18. Right, that's a 13?
You've
18.
heard of the Trinity. You know that the... I have the wrong notepad right here. But the southwestern...
Wow, you know a lot.
Holy crap.
The southwestern kind of country, for the sake of a better word, is run by a secret council of 3 incredibly powerful wizards. And that really not much more is known about that. No one knows the names of the wizards. No one knows that. And no one knows if that's still what it is. That's just kind of what it's been and what it's known as. No one really has a good current understanding of what the heck's going on down there.
So they're kind of like legendy,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
are they real, are they not real
Right.
type of thing? Okay.
There are plenty of stories and books that you would know from being a librarian that, hey, there were 3 really powerful wizards that helped take place in the Primordial Wars, and they're now resorting, and then they kind of fade away. And right now there's a country down there, but not much is known about the leadership.
Okay. I relay that information,
Okay.
but I preface it by saying,
A lot of it seems to be more legend than fact, as is what happens with every story like this.
I think it's becoming fact based on what we just heard.
What's the name of the nation?
Oh gosh.
I have like.
Why are you asking
give me
questions?
a second.
Why you gotta be like that?
You can give it to us later if you want.
No, I have it like.
Where's
While you
the
guys are
photo of
talking,
all
I
his
will
friends?
find it out. I have it.
Well, that's interesting information. If that's true, who did we just meet?
One of the wizards. Oh, that's so
Or
cool.
somebody working for the wizards. We don't know how powerful.
The southwestern area is the Rathmar Alliance. WRATHIMAR Alliance. Yes.
And what's the name of the region? That's the Thalamar.
Can you
And
just
Thalamar-
give us
Thalamar-
every name?
Yeah.
No.
Even the ones that we don't know.
You tell us everything about the world that you know, and then we'll just
And the
go
stuff you
based on
don't
that.
know.
And then we'll just ruin it all.
Yeah.
Well, I could.
So the allies you need to go to this place and find this person, and I'm so glad.
It's known as the Rathmar Alliance.
It's just
That's
the
the
Rathmar
the Thalamar Empire, the
Yeah,
Rathmar
yeah.
Alliance.
Well, would I know that? Like, would,
Yeah. I mean,
like, much-
it's not like a hidden fact. Like people know that that's just the Rathmar Alliance. The 3 mages is kind of like the rumor of, because no one really knows who the leaders are of that whole area. Like it's a, even to the people there, it's an unknown. So
Well, I don't know about everybody else, but the Rathmar Alliance is much better than the Empire to us.
Yeah, the list of people that are worse than the Empire is pretty short.
Pretty
in
short.
my mind. Yeah.
Empire, Tiefling, 2 mystery characters.
Well, not all tieflings.
That tiefling
That
specifically.
Tiefling specifically.
Welch is just muttering to himself on the ground.
I think Wick has just is literally just keeping a hand on Valchar, just to be a reassurance.
Azanar, have you
Loving touches.
ever seen this person before? Or heard of the Trinity before? I mean, do you have any interaction?
I have no idea who that was. I know probably as much as you do
Okay.
about the Trinity. Although I haven't heard it actually mentioned in ages. I mean, stories as a kid.
Books.
That's all I've heard.
Yeah. It's all been legends.
Books. I'll have to study these.
I mean, the Emerald Enclave has already, by the time that I was issued to get you guys out of town, we've already lost a third of our agents.
And that's after the giant attack.
And, well, no, that was just within the last day.
Right.
When you say lost, do you mean dead or do you mean turned against you?
Dead. Very dead.
Well,
why do you think we rushed you out of Ilion? It was to save all of your lives.
My point is they've obviously turned people before, so I was just wondering if they had taken your people or not.
No, they're dead.
Not even hostages.
It's been a bloodbath, and that's why we got you out of town as soon as possible. Anyone who was associated with us was evacuated.
I immediately just say Cavaro.
Yeah.
Who?
Cavaro, our friend.
He has nothing to do with the Emerald Enclave.
He had about as much to do with it as we did.
Not anymore.
Well, he was never made as an association.
So he's safe then, is what
from
you're
what
saying?
we know, he was just a wrestler who showed up in town and talked to these two once in a while. I don't see any problem, but I'm not at Ilion, and I'm not gonna go back to Ilion.
We need to do, I don't know about everybody else, but after that thorough ass kicking, I think we need to follow this Posit person. He seems way more trustworthy than anybody else that I can think of.
So make allies so we can talk to him again?
I don't know
Make strong allies?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I don't know where we go from here. Is the main issue. Do we
even know
where
we
even are we?
It seems like we're in a similar region just by looking at where we were and where we are. I mean, I'm guessing we're not halfway across the world, but that's a guess.
We're somewhere near where we were. I've traveled this countryside, but I don't know exactly where we are.
So,
do we have any? It's pretty clear that we as a group are not going to be able to succeed on this particular job immediately.
Anytime soon.
Why was he watching us? Like, we're not, as we obviously know now, we're not even close to as powerful as...
How was he watching us? That's what's got me more concerned.
Me?
Posit
was watching us.
Posit. Oh,
you were following us invisibly. That makes sense.
But
I don't know. He's obviously a mage of some
caliber.
Power.
I think they have. My brother told me a little bit. I think that some of the really powerful spellcasters have the ability to see people from far away. I've never seen it, but he talked about wanting to learn it.
One of my brothers can do it too.
Yeah.
So here are the questions that are going through my mind. He mentioned the Empire with those people we just fought.
Well, I mean, I thought you guys were already on that page.
Well, we were, but I
they
mean,
were headed to the
not
capital city.
Right, but we're not. When we were with the wolf, we didn't encounter anything like that. I mean, that's not even close to what we thought the Empire was capable of.
Yeah.
So
that was, shutting down nobles who were engaging in slave trade or
the
Emerald
trade
Wolf
routes
is an extension of
right,
and that's you were on certain missions, but
right.
We all know that the Empire is incredibly powerful.
Well, right, but that powerful?
The families themselves control enormous power.
I guess we didn't think that fighting the Empire would put us up against anything of that caliber, though. I mean, maybe numbers, yes. Maybe
strength,
wealth,
though.
yes. But sheer strength from one specific entity is beyond anything I could have imagined. I mean,
if the Enclave knew what they were sending us into, that was a suicide mission. Straight up. No way around it.
We were
if
just
you
gathering
didn't,
information.
you guys are nowhere near prepared to face these because we aren't either.
Like I was told, I was put on this mission just like you. We don't know anything about this individual, and this is the first time we've seen any sort of power. I am incredibly. I find I am powerful, and they made me look like I couldn't do anything.
But
Here's what we need to do. We need to seek them out in the Southwest after we find powerful allies. But I don't think that we're going to find those allies in the Empire because they're connected somehow. I don't know how, but we need to get out of town. We need to go to a different region to find these people. And if they're in the Rathamar Alliance, I'm assuming that they can find their own powerful allies. They are their own powerful allies. So we need to go to some place that's not the Rathamar Alliance and not the Empire. Where does that leave us with? That's where we go next, unless anybody else has a better idea.
Well, there's the dragons, the elves.
the dragons are.
Yeah, let's go to the elves, right?
We don't know. We know we're not that powerful. Would it be possible that we did get sent on a suicide mission?
Because I'm sorry, you knew there was some power. Maybe not you, but the Enclave knew.
What
A
if
third of your forces killed in less than 24 hours, and you send 4 people who I've apparently been away from home for like 2 months. You send people like that against people who killed an entire third of your force?
We have no idea that these things were related. We had no idea.
You had enough of an idea.
No.
Again,
The whole point of your mission,
Was
from
to
what
find
I
out
was
who they
briefed,
were.
is to find out who this person is and who these individuals are, because we do not have any information on them.
Again, not you specifically, but you're not the highest person in the Enclave, are you?
Right, no.
what
there
if
was
that's
some
what you're
idea.
doing?
mission as
My
well.
understanding from my briefing was that this person had not shown any obvious combat-related power yet.
They
That it
went
was
into-
just an important person.
What if that's
That
what they've
doesn't
been feeding you?
mean-
Yeah.
That's the information they've been
Well,
feeding
we
you. What if
obviously-
they know?
We obviously can't know that, but we're not. I mean, we're not going back to where we were anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we can either. So here's where we are. And don't take this the wrong way. You know where my allegiance lies, but
Do I?
we're not going back to the Enclave. We're just not going back to the town. I mean, we're not going back to the Enclave in Empire territory. So I don't even know if that's where. Would I know the name of the head of the Emerald Enclave? So I don't even know if that's where the boss is. So we can only do what we can do. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but if Azanar knew what we were going up against,
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. But that's only the more reason to trust him, because if he knew how powerful that thing was, why would he jump in? I mean,
I'm not saying don't trust him.
I'm saying don't trust the Enclave.
Me too.
Yeah,
What if this is a suicide mission to get you out of the picture? You have a huge bounty on your head. What if they're trying to get into the good graces of whoever has that bounty on you?
Or
Why would they have
I was
protected him?
I was in a safe house. I was sleeping in a safe house
They-
for like 2 or 3 days. If they
Yeah.
wanted to kill me, they had much easier opportunity to kill me than to send me out into the wild.
There's a lot of manipulation that could happen.
Of course there is,
Stuck
No.
out their
but we
neck
don't have
for
any
us
evidence.
several
We don't have any
times.
evidence to base that on.
We don't, but we also don't know
Right, so
any.
we can-
I don't trust the Enclave. I don't trust the people who you are associated with. They almost killed us, all of us.
I'm not saying we go back to the Enclave. I'm saying we find allies and follow Posit, who saved us. Not almost killed us, saved us.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
I
Neither of us, none of the agents of the Enclave know what the head of the Enclave is thinking. We're not in the know. We're agents. We go on missions. We do specific tasks. We go here. We go there.
And we're agents who
So
took an oath to put our lives on the line every day.
we don't have to.
This
you didn't
isn't
take
out
that
of
oath.
the norm for what we said we
This
would
is
do.
absolutely out of the norm. You just said that this is absolutely out of the norm with how powerful of an entity we just faced.
But
I-
scouting to find information on an entity is not.
I'm less concerned with them having almost gotten us killed, me killed. I'm more concerned they might be working for them. Think about it. It's all about power grabs, right? And they weren't going to fight us until I fucked up. I can admit that it was my fault.
We didn't know what was in that. I mean, it could have been a...
We didn't. You didn't.
Right. I'm not saying we should go back to the Enclave. I'm saying we should find powerful allies and then meet Posit in the Southwest. Whether that involves the Enclave or not,
I think
we
it
need to
should
find
not
these
involve the
allies.
Enclave at all. And I'm sorry.
If you don't trust the Enclave, then you shouldn't trust me or Anna.
Or
I
Sai.
trust
walk
Anna
away.
with my life. No.
Or Sai, we're in a group, right? We're all friends and I'm popular.
You lost my trust earlier.
I trust Anna with my life because she saved it. I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. I don't trust you as far as any of these guys could throw you, which is a lot shorter of a distance. But I also don't believe you would have jumped in had you known how dangerous they were.
I was sent here for a mission, and I'm gonna complete my mission.
At the cost of your life? At the cost of what?
What's the best way to go about your mission from now on?
Trying-
Where do you go?
I don't know. These entities are incredibly powerful, and this information is necessary to the survival of our entire organization. We had no idea that these figures were that powerful.
Unless your
Then-
organization's already made a deal where certain things happen.
How would that make any sense? I would not be protecting you. They would not have sent me.
Not everybody
With you.
gets to know everything.
All I'm saying, everybody in this room, in my eyes, is trustworthy. Everybody, including Azanar. He jumped in. He almost got killed for us. I'm not saying we trust the Enclave. I'm not saying that we do that. We don't. You guys are not in the Enclave. You don't have to trust the Enclave. But the Enclave does not involve these powerful allies that we need to find.
No.
And the best way for you to find information on these people is to come with us and find these allies and get to the Trinity and learn the information that they know. It's the most efficient route. You know this.
I just want us to not rely on the Enclave at
We
all
don't have to
from
rely
here
on the
on
Enclave.
out.
I would almost agree with that, but the Enclave is not exactly an organization where we're relying on the power of the Enclave to do our job. We're doing our jobs individually or with a small group. This isn't an organization that can send out an army to defeat something. I mean, it's just not. So say they are corrupt, which I'm not saying they are, but Azanar is not corrupt.
No.
So
But
we
you
can
could
go
run
through
in-
this without involving the Enclave at all. That's an option.
Yes.
I walk away.
I just mean that if we give information to somebody, even if they are trustworthy or not, even if they have saved us or not, that information could get to the wrong people. And at this point, I don't want to trust.
Azanar?
Actually, oddly enough, I trust him more than I did earlier.
So who exactly are you talking about?
No one here, just in general. Don't rely on connections you may have. Don't talk to people who you used to work with. None of that. That's where things start to go wrong, and that's where people die.
Half of my benefit is from how long I've lived. I have a lot of people at my disposal that could help us in this task. So it might not be people that I worked with at the Enclave.
That's
but if
fine.
you ask me to disown everybody I've ever known,
I don't trust the Enclave.
if I was willing to do that, I wouldn't be here.
I don't trust the Enclave. I don't want information to get to them about what we're doing or where we are.
That's going to be a problem because I trust the Enclave. There's no way that they're... What? If you can give me a good reason, what are you to the Enclave?
I'm nothing. And
Then
that...
why would they be trying to kill you or have you killed?
I'm nothing to them. I am nothing to almost everybody in this world. I don't even know if my parents will take me back after going on this stupid adventure. But that's just it. I'm nobody. I'm replaceable. Who cares if a tiny little gnome dies?
I do.
Thank you.
We do.
But your higher ups, I'm nobody to them. I become tests to see what they're up against, or even just a sacrifice to some evil god. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna miss me.
That's not the Emerald Enclave. That's not the type of people we are. There's a reason Anna and there's a reason Sai have dedicated themselves to our organization. We're not like that. We don't do things like that. And I believe in that. And I will
People
continue to believe in that.
change when power is offered to them.
I don't. I will not accept that.
How about this? Okay. I'm of the opinion that there is always a middle ground. Whoever sent you with us had the same intentions for you as they did for us. Whether that's protecting us and staying alive or dying, I don't know. You don't know. Right? So
we should obtain information.
Right. So we obtain information. Let's at least wait until we find out how the cards are dealt before sending information back to HQ. That's what your job is. Your job is to find information. So wait until we find information. See how important it is. See what the information is, and then we talk about it. There's no sense in us. Okay, so you're with us, right? You're going to seek people, powerful people, and then meeting Posit, right? He's a gnome wizard. He has connections to your family. You're going.
I mean,
We know you're going, right?
Sure.
So, based on that, it'd be better for us to have another ally with anybody that we come across than to not. So if you can promise to not report immediately to the Emerald Enclave, we can find more information, which helps your mission and makes you comfortable.
I guess.
Can we at least agree on that? That you'll talk to us? If we're going to travel together, you have to trust us. I'm
I
sorry
need
you
a
don't.
promise from your fourth member
And
not to harm me. That's
I think he's talking about it.
Definitely talking
pretty
about
sure.
Anna.
Anna has fucking disappeared.
I
Yeah,
know.
By the way.
both of them
Both
have.
of us have.
Yeah, that's a nat 20 on stealth. You guys have no idea where I am.
I'm about 100 feet away leaning on a tree.
I'm gonna go talk to Velchar.
I'm not going to talk for Balchar.
I won't either.
I can't, but at least wait and hear us.
if I'm with you, you better have my back. Previously, you didn't. And we, as the Emerald Enclave, stuck our neck out for you, for your betterment, and saved you out of a very bad situation.
If you make a move against any of my friends, basically the person in this room and the two who have left, including one person from the Emerald Enclave, I will not have your back. If you make a move against anybody else in this world that isn't the four of us, you can trust me.
Then have I ever made a move against any of your group?
No. I'm just saying, my trust comes with limits for everybody. Everybody.
It's acceptable.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but if Anna shoots me in the face, I'm obviously not gonna be like, okay, where are we going next, Anna? Like we all of our trust has our limits.
Well, I need the tiefling in your group to not attack me.
You
That's
don't.
unacceptable.
You know what?
Let's talk to Valchar and go from there.
Just, bit of advice. You don't know what he's been through. I don't know everything he's been through.
Not my problem.
It is if you're traveling with us. Make sure you're careful about what you say around us.
Make sure you're careful about who you threaten.
It's less of a threat and more of a promise, because I intend to keep it. You hurt my friends. You threaten my friends.
So if somebody attacks me and grabs me by the throat, if he did that to you, you'd be okay with it?
No, but I'm also smart. I wouldn't say that to him.
All we're saying is that if you're with us, you're one of us. And
I need to know that other individual in
I
your
am going
group
to go
is...
talk to him.
We'll talk to him.
I'm just saying...
I'll leave that to you.
You need to be careful about what you say, because you don't know us. You may know them, but you don't know what Valchar and I have been through.
Wick, how long have we known each other? I mean, I know, I'm aware that you don't trust me. I get that, but
I trust you more than I trust him.
But this is how people become allies. Okay, you put a little faith in somebody. Put faith in each other.
I'm putting plenty of faith in this. I'm just saying.
Faith doesn't come with threats. Just keep that in mind.
It's not a threat.
I already risked my life to save the lot of you. That should show my dedication.
Let's go talk to Valchar. We'll go from there. No promises until then.
I'll wait here.
All right.
I go over to Valchar.
Okay.
Still
And as an
leaning against the tree,
no matter
just
how it
muttering
goes.
to myself still.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Si.
Valchar?
You're in a tree.
I'm
Leaning
against the tree.
Oh, I thought you said you were in a tree, and I'm
No.
like,
No, there's no way I could
what
climb
you
a
doing
tree.
up there, buddy? Hey.
It's a beautiful sky.
Acrobatics check to see how far up I get.
You
You're dead.
okay?
You did.
No. No, I'm not.
Asinar's waiting back, by the way. He's not going
Did you
anywhere
get
near
hurt?
this.
I didn't get touched, but there.
We were in over our heads. And I was stupid.
I thought I was going to watch everyone die.
Thank you. I know it was you who saved me.
I don't know if casting silence was a good plan.
I probably would have made it a lot less further if you hadn't.
Hey, Valchar.
Yeah.
They were talking to me in my head. It wouldn't have mattered what we did. We had no chance from the start. There was no way. They knew we were there before we were there.
I mean, to heal everyone. With silence up, I saw Anna try to help Wick and couldn't. So I don't know if that was a good plan. I don't.
We need to get more powerful.
I was terrified. I almost froze in the bush. It was autopilot to go help Wick.
I'm glad you did.
The fact that that's your autopilot means something.
Yeah.
We need to get more powerful. We all need to get more powerful. We need to find out what we're up against, and then we'll have a better chance walking in.
Are we seriously going to try to go up against them again?
Alone? No. Without any knowledge of their weaknesses? No. That's what we need to find out.
Come on, we're the good guys, right? We can't let evil win.
Yeah. But I've seen a lot of good people go down.
And I've read lots of books about the ones who didn't.
I hope those aren't fiction.
I mean, some of it probably was. But somebody had to live to tell the tale.
You're not a coward, Valchar. You're not going to let this rest, I know you. For the week and a half that we've known each other.
Like 2 weeks, yeah.
Aside.
You know, the murderous rampage I went on 2 days ago.
Yeah, that was badass. That doesn't count.
You earned size respect with that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like this again. I don't want to feel as helpless as I was. I understand I'm not the strongest person,
Well,
but even the things that I was good at didn't do anything.
Valchar, are you kidding me? I would be dead if you weren't there. I would actually be dead. Not just a little tired and woozy.
So if you were scared of all of us dying, we owe everything to Posit. We need to do what he says, you included.
Absolutely. I owe a lot to Posit.
Let's find out what we need to find out so we can take these bastards down.
I agree with that. I do not trust anything that ends up coming from this enclave. Just because if they didn't know, then they probably shouldn't have sent
Us.
a group of people who may or may not know each other. They sent you. I don't know your standing. They sent Enna. Obviously, I don't know her standing with the group either. I don't know if either of you are super high up or if you're a lowly person. If you're a lowly person, they're sending you as fodder. If you're high enough up, maybe they'll protect you. But I don't... This mission that we were just sent on was way over our heads, and I do not trust a group that is willing to send people to their death.
Yeah.
Is Enna near us?
We don't know.
Should stealth the fuck out.
Depends on where I'm
Possibly, but we don't know.
I don't know their motives. I don't. If I did, if I knew their motives, like, why would I have had your back instead of Azenar's?
You
Because
Don't,
may
you know
don't
not.
their
take,
motives.
don't take this the wrong way, but if Azenar made a move against you, even while you had his throat, I would have stabbed him in the back. No questions. So even if you don't trust the people that sent us on this mission, I think that we need to go with Azenar, but we need to not trust where his information is coming from until we know more. And I think that's all we can do. I think having another hand will help us find these people.
I appreciate the fact that he showed up. I fully thought he was gone. However, it seems as though he is still very loyal to this group that I don't trust, which makes me not want to trust him.
Enna is also loyal to that group.
She did get really upset that we were talking like that. I was talking like that.
I have certain allegiance to that group. I mean, if you like, I'm not saying it's us versus them. I'm just saying I talked to Azenar and he said that he will not send any information back to the Emerald Enclave until it's talked about in the group first, and that when he's with us, he's one of us. He asked that I have his back on everything. I have his back unless he makes a move against you guys. I told him that. I wouldn't give him my full backup. I wouldn't. If he makes a move against you, even if you have him by the throat, I don't care. It's you guys. I mean, I'm still here. If I cared so much about the Emerald Enclave, I wouldn't be here anymore.
I'm wondering if we could just ask him to not be with us. Like, I know he's powerful and woo, he can just appear out of nowhere and do the cool thing with his glaives, but I don't feel safe around him. I feel safe around you and Enna because I've been traveling with you guys now, and you guys have had my back, and yeah, he saved me the last 2 fights, but
what would it take for him to be with us? What would it take for you to trust him? Maybe not the information that's coming through him or from him, but
if all we're doing is gathering information and finding allies, do we need him right now? Would it be better to just keep an open link and have you and Enna be our connection to the Enclave? Because
think about it like this though. Without him, we could have suffocated before Posit got there. He gave us a breath, and that was all we needed to survive. We could have been dead by the time Posit got there. I don't know. I don't know the extent of his power, but he helped us. I mean, I feel like I'm not saying that he's one of us. I'm not saying that I trust him as much as I trust you, but I do trust him. I think we all trust him. Now, his sources we might not trust, and I can promise you I will not use any sources of mine from the Emerald Enclave until we find out what's going on, but we can only trust the 5 people that stick our necks out for each other, right? And he happens to be one of them, like it or not. So I don't know what it'll take, but I think it makes the most sense for him to come with us.
Or
his job is to find information on these people that almost killed us all. I mean,
that's our job.
And his job.
What if his job became finding out information from the inside? If he can give us proof that the Enclave knew or didn't know that they were sending us to our deaths, I would be more likely to trust him.
It's guilty before proven innocent.
Don't feel safe around him.
Then he shouldn't go with us. I mean, that's it. I mean, if we can't fall asleep with him at watch, he doesn't come with us. I mean, that's just the end of it. However you want to take that.
Once again, I appreciate what he's done. I can tell he is loyal to his job. He does not seem loyal to us. That scares me. Because if that job changes to take anyone out, excuse me for panicking for a little bit, thinking of the worst case scenario. But if his job ever changes, he is not loyal to any of us. At least the 2 of us. Might be more loyal to you guys. But at the turn, he very easily could just be like, stab.
Should he trust you though? I mean, he's had 2 times where he's done anything near us, and one of the times you had him by the throat. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I trust you, but if I were him, I'm not sure I'd trust you either. You know, I mean, think of it that way. I know how you feel about that instance, but I mean, the fact that he was willing to save us, you are part of us, after you had him by the throat, should mean something, right?
I get that instance, and I've already said that that was probably not my best choice.
Yeah.
Adrenaline was going, and when he decides to insult Wick and I, yeah, I'm not taking kindly to that.
If I insulted you, would you take kindly to it?
No. I may not grab you by the throat and threaten to suck the life out of you.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but when we can learn information that'll keep us from going up against monsters like that, killing the last witness is not the way to do that. We know that now. We know that now. I know.
I don't think they would have been able to tell us anything.
Maybe not.
Look at the difference between the guards we faced and the guards that were at that camp. The ones we faced, they didn't know anything.
We'll never know. I'm just saying, look at it from his point of view.
I'm the unprofessional one.
Everyone's loyal to something. His just happens to be questionable. We're all loyal to gods or people or groups or... I mean, what if a librarian wanted to join our ranks? How long would it take for them to be part of us, and how easy would it be for them to stab us in the back? I mean, think about these things.
Typically
think
not
about
very easily, actually.
Think about who everyone's loyal to.
That's usually what's taken into account. So...
If the answer is no, the answer is no. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense talking about this because we're obviously we obviously have differing opinions on this. So the answer is, Asnar comes with us, Asnar doesn't come with us. I think it makes more sense to have one other person based on what we just saw, though. You never know when 4 of us couldn't take something, but 5 of us could. That's all I'm going to say. It's no sense arguing anymore.
I reluctantly agree with you. I can promise you that I will not go after him without provocation.
Define provocation.
I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you that.
I already did.
Well, I guess that all we can do is calm that. See how he feels.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
Are you doing anything, Anna? You just listening, or are you not near?
Yeah, I think I circled back and was eavesdropping.
Any actions at the end of this conversation? You just listening.
I think before they separate, I go over to Azanar one-on-one.
Okay, so when it's those three talking and they're about to separate, you come over to Asner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're off over in the corner doing do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I go over to Azanar and I say, I don't know why, but they seem to have it in their heads that the Enclave is some evil organization trying to kill its members.
That just sounds absurd. So are you saying I should leave now?
I don't know that you're going to get a guarantee of safety from Valchar. I can tell you that Valchar and Wick, I know you don't really care, but they're going through something right now and they're not dealing with it very well or professionally. Which means that when you insult them, it's a live wire.
Well, as you know, this situation is way more beyond any one of us. And our own personal problems are minuscule compared.
Don't worry, I'm furious at them for fucking up the mission. And for attacking you, for saying insulting words. It's a complete overreaction. But now is not the time to deal with that with them because they're not going to be able to hear that.
Right. We need to address the situation. So I'll, as a respected member of our community, I'll trust your opinion. What do you think I should do?
I think you have two options. You can come with us and basically just talk to me and Sai. And I would keep your interactions with the other two minimal at best. Or you can go. They're good people, ultimately. And they've never gone up against something like this before. They've never gone up against a force that could murder them in their sleep. They've never gone up against... I don't think they've ever seen everyone around them die for a cause they believe in. They don't have that experience. They don't know what that feels like. They don't know how that makes you react and how that makes you cling to the group after that. They don't know what it's like to be on the run in a safe house for months. Various safe houses. They don't know what it's like to only have one link to the world. They don't have that connection. They don't get it. I don't know if they ever will. To be fair to them, they didn't sign up for an organization like that for a reason, I would assume. I don't think that either of them will make moves on you unless they think you're being aggressive. And I will say, insulting them right after a fight when they're all worked up is not a great idea. It was an overreaction, you didn't deserve it, but it was still not a great idea. I think there's a middle ground there. And I think that middle ground is you interact with me and Sai, you leave them alone, and we coexist.
Like I said, as a respected member of our community, I'll leave this up to you. You know them. You know our organization. You know what I'm doing here. Is it safe for me? Is it in the best interest of the Emerald Enclave that I stay? Or is it better that I go? I'll trust you. You're the one person in this group that I know I can trust.
I think if you want the Enclave to have this information, you should come with us. Because we're gonna do our damnedest to find it.
So you think I should stay?
I think you should stay. But I think you should watch your tongue around the other two.
Oh man, this is gonna be difficult.
I know. Walk on eggshells around them, okay? Say whatever you want to me and Sai, okay? You can pull me aside, you can rant to me all you want. Eggshells around them, okay?
I would not have left if Sai didn't threaten me as well. This is why I'm comfortable talking to you and not him.
I don't think Sai meant it as an outright threat, from what he told me later. He just wanted to be upfront about where his loyalties are. I don't think he was saying he's going to attack you anytime soon. He was just telling you, ultimately, he cares more about the three of us. I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. I only heard what he said.
Well, I can tell you, me having my throat choked by another individual,
yeah,
he would have attacked me if I tried to save myself and get away from that situation with any sort of physical means. Now that is dangerous.
Yeah.
Where I never attacked anyone in this group.
Yeah.
And that is why you're the only person, and since neither of the other three are here, I will talk to you about this.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm trusting my life and my mission to you, because you are respected, and I was told that you are very committed to our organization and to be trusted.
Yeah.
We trust Sai to a degree, which is why we protected him. I'm not a decision maker. I'm a follower. And I'm trusting now to your choice. If you say I should stay, and I can get a guarantee of my protection, I can't be threatened where I can't sleep if I might be murdered in the middle of my sleep by one of your party members. That is unacceptable. There are a certain number of risks we take, but who we're with is very dependent on that.
You have my promise, and it's a limited promise, but you have my promise that I will do what I can to make sure you don't come to harm while you're with this group.
Like I said, I need that the tieflings promise to not harm me for no apparent real reason of threat.
Okay, you should call him by his name. It's Valchar.
Valchar, then.
That'll be a very quick way to make him angry. I promise. If you called me the half-elf, I'd probably shank you.
I don't think he's...
Don't take that as a threat, just a fact.
I don't think he's introduced himself to me, and I'm not... Like I said, I'm a follower. I'm not the one knowing all of the information.
Okay.
I am here to escort you and Sai to safety out of Ilion. The other two were not my concern.
The other two are here as a favor to me and Sai.
And that is why I'm taking the four of you out.
Yeah.
This
Just
is all
use
for
his name,
you.
okay? Just use his name.
And it was
Valchar.
Valchar.
Yeah.
And the gnome?
Wick.
Wick.
And don't call her little, and don't call her a kid. I haven't heard you say that, but just don't do it.
Okay, Valchar and Wick.
Mm-hmm.
If they can not attack me for no reason again, and I put my life on the line for this. This is me protecting. This was me protecting you.
I know.
I want you to know.
I know.
Okay. Then I'll leave my fate in your hands.
All right.
That's when I walk in to talk to you.
Okay. You approach Anna and Azanar talking.
Is everyone okay here? Anna, you alright?
Are they done calling the organization that has spent a decade with bloodthirsty murders of their own members, or are they still on that track?
I don't think that they think that that's exactly what they are. I think they have their questions. And to be fair, they have no answers yet, like we do.
Okay.
So, from what I got from Valchar and Wick, they're not going to attack you without provocation. If you don't attack them, they won't attack you. Is that good enough for now? The bond will form over time if everyone is cordial, but you got to give it time. Let's be honest. I just met you.
I trust Anna in this, and I have not attacked them, and I have no plans to attack them.
You don't trust me? As part of the Enclave?
I trusted you, but you didn't have my back.
Literally, all he did was insult them, and Valchar grabbed him by the throat and threatened to kill him.
I am very aware of the overreaction. I am very aware.
After ruining part of the mission.
For
the
sure.
two of them.
I'm aware. I didn't. What I said about it being 4 versus 1 was just trying to cool things down. I was trying to make sure that you didn't kill Valchar, and I agree that he overreacted. I agree that I overreacted. You've been in battle, adrenaline pumps, all that, but we can count you as one of us now. You saved our lives. I mean, don't think that that doesn't have an impact. It has an impact for Valchar too. He thought we were all going to die until you showed up. I mean, just give it a chance. This isn't a prison. If you ever feel threatened, you can leave without saying anything. That's your right.
He looks at Anna.
It's true.
I was threatened, and I stayed.
I know.
For the respect that I have for the Emerald Enclave. That is why I stayed. And that is why I am trusting to what Anna says. So Anna can talk to Valchar, and if she deems I should leave or she deems I should stay, I will trust in her response.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
And I know they don't trust the Emerald Enclave like Anna and I do, but would you at least agree that it is in their best interest to kind of question what led us to whatever that thing was? I mean, you want to get to the bottom of it, so do they. They just don't have the allegiance you do.
I'm on the exact same mission as you.
I think it'll take them time to see it, but I think they'll get there. Just give it time. Like I said, not a prison. If you feel threatened, you can ghost out. I know you can. I saw you do it.
I will say this. If anyone threatens me like that again, it's not going to end well. There is a certain level that you can address these situations, and there's a certain level you can't. If it happens again, there's going to be issues.
Agreed.
Definitely agreed.
Then I leave it up to Anna.
# Hashtag nod.
And he just leans back against a tree and just is silent.
I think you should come with us. Remember what I said about Tone?
I'll follow behind you.
That's fine.
He'll follow your lead if you go somewhere.
All right.
Thank you for everything. And for what it's worth, I was wrong. I see that now, but I didn't know you.
I know you're good people, and that is why I didn't attack. That's not my mission.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Valchar in.
Okay. He'll follow Anna if Anna leads.
Actually, I wanted to do a scene between us.
Hey, if you guys want to talk, go.
I wanted to do a scene with the
Go for it. So it's all the three of us talking? Go ahead.
I'm gonna drink beer and enjoy.
I do mean thank you. You did save my life.
You're welcome. I'm glad that that's my autopilot.
So am I. Please don't change that.
I was absolutely frozen in fear. The only reason why I cast probably my best spell against him, and he just shrugged it off.
Yeah, I really don't think we were anywhere close to his level.
No.
But actually, are you doing better after all of this? I mean, I know this was a lot an extreme, but I know why I was upset the other day, and I know why you were upset too. But that, I'll be honest, you kind of scared me. I wasn't going to tell any of them because they don't know us.
I don't know where my head's at right now.
I get that.
I go from murdering a bunch of people, choking them out by their throat,
Yeah.
and the following day I'm this. I can't look at anyone in the eye right now because all I see is death. All I see is everyone dead and me not being able to do anything about it.
Well, you did do something. You dropped silence so that you could save me. And
But that also almost killed everyone.
it was my fault. Both times were my fault. I was stupid and let my anger get the better of me when I killed that guy. Though I still stand behind the fact that I don't think he knew anything now. And I thought I could sneak up and see what was inside without anybody knowing. And if I hadn't, or if I had just backed away right away, none of that would have happened. You did really good.
I told you to kill that guy.
You didn't have to listen.
No, you didn't. But I also wouldn't be surprised if you were afraid.
Oh, I was.
When I said that. So.
I was scared of you that day. But I also... it's not that I wanted to, but I didn't want him to keep hurting me or hurt any of you.
Hold on to that reason. That is one of the best reasons. Protecting people is one of the most righteous reasons to end up having to kill someone. I don't have that.
You can get there, though.
Yeah.
Find a middle ground. Somewhere between this and a few days ago.
I don't want to be either. I don't even want to be in between them. Both of them also scare me. But I don't know how to, I don't know how to control it right now.
Well, as your friend, I can help you. I don't know how right now, but if I can, I will. If you need someone to get in between you and whatever idiot says something stupid next time, I can do that. If that'll help you calm down, I can do that.
I hope it's time. I hope all it's going to take is time. But this extreme of a mood, I've never felt. So I can't tell you. I can't tell you if it's going to go away. I can't tell you if something in my head has snapped.
Is this all just because of Cavaro leaving?
Again, I hope that was temporary, but I can't tell you that anymore. With what happened today, I was very angry yesterday, and I was wanting to take it out on people, and not on people who I care about.
Well, I'm glad you took it out on people you didn't care about over those of us around you.
Hopefully I took it out on people who were threatening us.
They were.
They were threatening you. I know I got hit a couple times.
They started by threatening Sai.
Yeah, they did. And the fact that he slit his throat, I snapped then.
Yeah. That's where you started getting scary. Quiet, I can get. Angry, I can get. That was a little more intense. But it's not the first time I've seen it. I mean, it's the first time I've seen it from you.
I've always felt like I've been at least calm, or at the very least in control. The fact that I don't feel in control right now is also scaring me.
You can get control back with time.
Hope so.
You know, back in the city, you told me a little bit about some stuff that happened to you.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not the first person I've seen get scary like that. I don't remember it too much because I was little, but my oldest brother got real angry and really scary for a while because some of the Dragonborn didn't like when we moved in, and they did stupid stuff, including threatening us. But he got better. He got control back, and I know you will too.
Thank you.
And if I can help, I will.
I also know, and I can feel it. I can feel that I'm the one causing a lot of tension in this group right now. I don't like it, but again, I'm trying to control it. When you've seen me shaking, it's been trying to control the amount of sadness, scared, rage, whatever feeling I'm feeling at that time. Me trying to hold that back.
Well, I've managed to be relatively steady through all of this. So the next time you're shaking, you can just hold my hand.
I also thank you for the, earlier with your hand on me. That did calm me down.
It's something I learned from my mom. Sometimes all you need to know is somebody else is there with you.
Yeah. I was lost there for a bit.
Well, I'll make sure you don't get lost.
Thank you.
I think at this point, the three of us would, or the two of you and Asnar would be approaching the two of them.
I'm not like a player.
Oh, let me catch my breath a little bit. Jesus. God.
We all okay?
I hope so.
Well, I don't know that I speak for everybody, but I think the five of us need to kill these bastards. Let's find out what we need.
Yeah. We need more.
Need allies. Anybody have any ideas?
Look for the strongest people and make nice.
Well, that's going to be probably the dragon.
I'd like Anna to speak before all this.
Right. Azanar has asked to know that he will be safe with us. And I want to remind everyone that he has never raised a hand against anyone here. Rude, perhaps. I have discussed with him the way he talks to the two of you. For one thing, he actually didn't know your name, Valchar. Apparently, you two were never properly introduced. So, Azanar, Valchar.
Actually, he knew our names when we left the city.
He was frustrated that he felt like he'd never been given an opportunity. I want to stress that I understand more than either of you maybe realize what it's like to unexpectedly lose someone, to be even betrayed by someone, to watch everyone around you die. And I know that that can break part of you. Can snap something inside that never fully mends. I know you all have questions about the group that I've spent the past decade of my life in service to. I don't know how long Azanar has been in, but I would imagine it's much longer.
Quite some time.
I know you all have questions, and at some point we can talk about why I am loyal to them, why they're such a formative part of who I am, and what they've done for me over the past 10 years. I don't think now is the time for that. What I am asking is that if Azanar does not actually threaten anyone, then you do not threaten him. And I think that's a starting point. Being rude while irritating does not count.
I can agree to a truce on the contention of as long as we're not provoked. If we get any sort of aggression against us, I will not hesitate.
Then you should know that I have promised to help keep him safe. I would love it if I did not have to act on that. But I felt I had to.
And what if he does threaten us first, Anna?
Then he's in the wrong.
So you won't protect him then?
I will try to diffuse the situation first.
Let's just let the punishment fit the crime. Insult, you can respond with insult. Snarkiness, you can respond with snarkiness. Threats, you can respond with threats. Action, you can respond with action. Hard to really expect anything more than that for the time being.
Yeah, I've told them, I haven't told you yet, I do appreciate what you've done in this group. I also acknowledge I'm not in a great mindset right now. So my actions were over the top. And I apologize for that. But know that we don't serve the Enclave. I will be here to protect I'm hoping to say, at least the four of us, if you are here to also help, I will be here and I will help you too. But do not threaten us. Do not make a move against us, because I will not hesitate. As I'm sure you will not either.
I will not hesitate to protect myself again. I held back the last time.
As did I.
For respect. Yes, but I did not threaten you, and you know it. And out of respect for Enna and my orders, I did not attack or respond or retaliate. So that will not happen again. If you threaten me like that, physically, you will get a physical response for the next time.
Which I think is fair. I mean, let's be honest. If I threatened you physically, you would respond in the same. I don't think any of us expect that'll happen, but I think that we just need to treat each other like we would anybody else. For now.
But also understand my hesitancy with the Enclave right now.
You're not part of the Enclave, and...
No.
As not realizes that.
I'm not saying that I'm part of it. Realize my hesitancy against their motives.
That does not affect my decision. I will trust Enna, as she is part of my same organization, and to an extent Sai as well. And if you don't, then that is your decision.
Okay.
But just know, if you threaten me again physically,
I get it.
We all get it.
I think
If you threaten him, he attacks you. If you threaten him, he attacks you. We get it. We get that there are exceptions here.
okay.
So let's just be done with it. And let's get on to what we actually need to do, which is find allies. Allies.
all the allies. I would love to not have to rehash this or revisit this topic again.
As would I.
Me as well.
Alright.
It's agreed.
It's a start.
Well, we can't go back to Ilion. I know that.
Agreed.
We need to leave the Thalmor Empire and find allies.
I like the Thalmor Empire, though.
There are a few options, but not many.
Elves. Dragons.
Dwarves. Merchants.
Well, I know some in our group are against visiting the elves. I know I am not exactly eager to go visit dragons anytime soon. Don't want to go back home quite yet.
Start with dwarves.
Well, and merchants don't seem like great, strong, powerful allies to me.
Oh, you'd be surprised how much money helps in these kinds of situations.
In terms of trust, though, let's be honest.
They're not gonna like us three.
Merchants can be bought.
They're
It's
also
kind of the
not
trade.
gonna like us three.
Let's go see the dwarves.
I was about
Wolf
to
doesn't have a great history with powerful merchants.
It sounds like dwarves it is, unless we go find gnomes.
There's a difference.
If you know where they are,
I don't.
I can't help you there.
It's up to you. They don't want me.
Who?
Elves.
Oh, I don't want to go see the elves. We'll have to eventually, but like, let's get
Let's
some allies
start
first.
Let's start with the dwarves.
Alright. Everyone get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
We leave in the
could
morning
use
for the
that.
dwarves.
To the northwest we go.
All broody and such. Tomorrow, we're still going to be angry, and we're going to see the dwarves.
It's okay, they appreciate anger.
They do. They appreciate anger and drinking.
Yes.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah. Sounds like Anna's kind of place.
Sounds completely opposite of Blake.
And at that point, we are going to call it for the night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's late, and
Whew.
I really have to pee.
I also have to pee.
I've been holding it for
Oh,
like
well, you know.
40 minutes now.
That's what our viewers want to hear.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It was awesome.
Everyone poops.
Can we just get this out of the way really quick? We're taking a long rest between, like,
Yeah.
just so we can pick up at the end of the long rest.
And
so everybody
people
reads
may be level
stuff.
4 next week.
Oh!
I was hoping I had more planned for tonight, but we need to
You gotta get that
give
RP.
people a little bit
The
stronger.
RP
We had
experience.
some stuff to get through.
There was definitely talking experience that happened tonight. So as a group, everyone's gonna be level 4. Asthar will be like level 8 now.
Everyone knows what he's thinking. It's like, man, I'm going to throw you guys against some shit. You better be level 4 by the
I
time you
know,
get there.
Wow, in 2 hits that almost killed Wick?
Man.
Level 4. Yeah, okay, you
Okay,
got it there.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 2 on 4 d10s.
Oh, that sounds like
So
mine
I'm
from
gonna
last week.
say it was supposed to be a 1-shot. Wasn't.
Thank
But
God it wasn't!
yeah, the
Oh, I would
group
be in a worse state.
definitely found some very powerful
I almost ended up having to
uh,
enemies,
make a character.
and so yeah,
Actually,
we're
that
gonna
one,
hop into this next week. If people want to do a quick 10-second send off.
Ryan, I play Sai, and yeah, looking forward to stab some more people. But who?
Jane, Celador10 on Twitter. I play Enna, and I really do want to stress that we all get along in real life.
Yeah, we
Okay.
all love each other.
We don't all hate each other and argue all the time in real life.
Except for Tyler.
I mean, kinda.
I mean, we all hate Tyler, but like, I mean, yeah.
Shut up, Tyler.
I mean, y'all are getting new characters next week.
Y'alls.
I'm Teddy. Hiya, it's Teddy on Twitter. Also, in case you missed it at the top of the episode or whatever, I'm going to be doing something I'm calling currently working title Role ConTROLL Refresh, which is going to be a live video on Facebook about an hour to an hour and a half before each session, recapping the previous session. So
Good luck with this one.
oh shit.
And then this person talked to this person,
Yeah.
and shit went down, and then
Not a
this
lot happened, but
There's gonna be a lot of heartfelt talks
Well,
mentioned in the
this is
next
how it's gonna
conversation.
go. It's gonna be like, yeah, this person was angry. Sai, we don't really know.
this person was angry.
But also, feel free to once again interact with our Facebook posts, our Twitter posts,
Please do.
and
Yeah.
watch our recaps.
And you did a poll on Facebook.
I did
earlier,
ask a
so-
question, which feel free to answer either in the chat or go over to our Facebook and answer. What Hogwarts house, this is because it's July 31st, so forgive me, I'm a bit of a Harry Potter nerd. What Hogwarts house do you think each of our characters are in?
And you don't have to do every one of my characters. You can just do Asmar. That's okay.
You're not a
Oh,
player.
wait, I'm
You're
sorry.
the DM. Stop it.
Obviously,
I wanna
Dan
be
is a
included.
Gryffindor.
you
Duh.
We should have all just said like, nope, sorry, you're out. I was like, I gotta make another one now.
I'm Eric, or Blurry Phoenix. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I need some air. That was heavy.
FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler, aka Geoscano, YouTube/twitch.com/GEOSWARP. I do a lot of stuff. Really help support us. I love you guys. I if you're watching our live streams, I will comment and chat with you live, and you guys can actually, if you have really good suggestions or how things can happen, I sometimes alter how things happen based on your suggestions. So watch our live stream, talk with me, put your opinions out. I'll read them. I'm not going to always act on them, but I will if they make sense to the situation. So think of the way I DM is I put everybody in a real world. I want NPCs to be three-dimensional. I don't want them just to be like, hey, you're an NPC, you do one thing, I'm a shopkeeper, blah, blah, blah. I want it to be a real human being who's providing for his family. So if you come up with good logic behind certain actions, let me know, and I will try to incorporate them if it makes sense and fits in my world. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Sorry, we were so emo today.